Hey everyone, I know I am on very, very late, but I wanted to come on before midnight so I can say that I did miss a day and I made it just in time. Today we're going to talk about don't quit. Sometimes the battle gets hard, right? Sometimes what you're trying to accomplish just does not seem to be giving you a break, right? It just seems like everything you do, nothing is falling into place. And you want to throw in the towel. You want to throw up your hands and say, I quit. I don't want you to quit. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to get discouraged. One of the things that I have found, and my hair is sticking up. I'm sorry. I've been doing taxes, y'all. Just bear with me. One of the things that I have found is that when the struggle is the hardest, it's the hardest because breakthrough is right around the corner. It's the hardest because just one more flap of the wings, just one more breath, just one more step, just one more project, just one more day, just, one more hurdle, and you will be there. There's a meme that goes around every once in a while, and I see it, and every time I see it, I don't care how many times I've seen it, every time I see it, I am more inspired by it. And it's these two individuals, I believe they're men, and they're digging, right? And one is, just far away. He got a long ways to go, right? And the other is right at the brink of breaking through to the other side of this tunnel he's digging. But in the meme, it shows that the one that's just right there is turning around and walking away, defeated. And the one that's very, very far away and still got a long ways to go, he's just hacking at it, right? And what it makes me think is that sometimes we go through so many things. So many people say so many negative things. So many people say, I just can't see this for you. I just don't see how you're going to make this happen. Why don't you just go get a regular job? Why don't you do like the rest of the world and get an education or whatever it is, right? And we're right at the brink of breaking through, and that one person says that one thing that gets us to say, you know what, I'm done. But don't you quit. Don't you quit, because you don't know how close you are to getting through to the other side. You don't know how close you are to changing somebody else's life. You don't know how close you are to changing your own life. You don't know what's on the other side. You've never experienced what's on the other side. Many times we never experience the other side because we give up, we quit, we throw in the towel, we say, I should have never done this. And we start to regret that we even dreamed, that we even had the audacity to hope. I never thought in my lifetime I would see someone other than a white male be president of these United States. I never thought I would see a woman hold the second highest office in our country. Never thought that was happening. Now, as a child, every child, even us girls, what do you want to grow up to be? President, you know? But we never saw anything other than what we were used to, what we saw, right? And when we saw something different, When we saw a black man, yes, he's a half breed, but he's, y'all know what they say, you gotta enter it, you gotta enter black in you, you're black, right? So we saw a black man become president. Not, it wasn't Bill Clinton, right? It wasn't President Clinton, because everyone says he was the first black president, right? It wasn't him. It was a black man with a very ethnic name, president of these United States. Shortly thereafter, there was an ethnic vice president. Never thought I'd see it, let alone a woman, because I saw how they badgered Hillary, right? I never thought I would ever see a woman in the second highest office. I never thought I'd see someone black in the first highest office. I never thought that. And to understand that someone had the audacity to say, I want this and I'm going to go after it, and not so much go after it because I want to pat myself on the back or I want to get a name for myself, but go after it to make real change. And we all know once you get up there, it's kind of hard to do what you want to do and how you want to do it, because there's so many different people saying so many different things, and it's a game, right? We get it. So I'm not trying to talk politics here. What I'm saying is don't give up on your dream, because there's always going to be that breakthrough. There's always going to be that moment that you are going to be able to realize that you did it. Take case in point, not trying to be president or anything, but started my journey for real estate a few years ago. And here it is. I am official now. I have my real estate license. I can sell property. I am about to meet a buyer, my first buyer tomorrow, have a buyer interview and get this man hopefully in a home, right? Because I didn't quit when it looked like I should give up, when it looked like it wasn't going to happen, when it looked like it was just a pipe dream. And, maybe I bit off a little more than I could chew, or maybe I'm doing something wrong here, or maybe this really isn't the path for me. There was a lot of second guessing. When I decided to become a coach, there was a lot of second guessing. What if people don't listen to me? What if I'm just talking at the wind? What if this? What if that? What if I don't really know what I think I know? What if the things that I think will work, that work for me, may not work for them? And what if? But if I would have given up, I wouldn't have seen the success of Destined to Be You. I wouldn't have seen the success of Done Right Financial Solutions. I would not be a real estate agent today. I would not be a published author today. Because there's so many things and so many people that said, this ain't for you, chick. Sit down somewhere. Stop trying to do all of this stuff. Who do you think you are? Who do you think wants to listen to you? You're so animated. You get so loud. You're so this. You're so that. Go somewhere and sit down. If I would have given up, if I would have threw in the towel, the people's lives that have changed, the people that have seen results, the people that listen to my message, the people that truly want what it is that I'm speaking, the people that are my tribe, the people that I'm assigned to would not be getting what they need because I wasn't going to be there to give it to them. And you've got to recognize that. You've got to believe that. I know it's almost 11:30 at night, and you're like, really, Linda? It's late. But I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to believe what I am saying. I want you to take yourself out of the equation and say, if I stay out of the equation, will there ever be a solution to the problem? If you can never find X, right? Can you truly solve the problem? You can solve it, but is it going to be right? You can try to work it out, but if the answer is wrong, it's still not solved. It's still not the solution. And somebody is waiting on you because you are their X, you are their Y, you are the thing that's missing. It's you. And if you give up because you're frustrated, because you're angry, because somebody said something that they shouldn't have said, because they don't know what they don't know. And a lot of people talk out of the side of their neck and they don't know. They don't know. If Obama would have listened to the people that was telling him you'll never be president, he wouldn't have never been president. If Kamala had to listen to the people that were telling her, and I'm not saying she's a great person or nothing like that, but if she had to listen to the people that was telling her to go sit down somewhere and just kind of sleep to the back and no, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't, she never would have been vice president. If you let people continue to tell you that you can't do it, that you can't make it, that it's not for you, you will never experience it. If you keep telling yourself that, it's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you keep saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I'm not the one, they don't want to hear me, they don't know, and then you shut down and you give up and you throw in the towel, they will never hear you, not because they don't want to hear you, but because you're not saying anything, you're not doing anything. So you got to ask yourself, if you remove yourself out of the equation, will it ever get solved? I dare to think not. I believe that if you got the solution, other people may come in and look like they're fixing the problem. But like I said, if you do a math problem and you're trying to find X and you can't figure out what the X is, and you just put any old number in there, you solve the problem, but the answer is wrong. So you still haven't solved the problem. That thing made me want to shout right there. Because I think that's a sermon right there. That's a sermon right there. But listen, I am Coach Linda. I am Coach Linda. That's who I am. And I talk about purpose, not this glass half full stuff, not this glass half empty stuff, not this find your passion and everything will be fine. That's not what I talk. I talk about the real purpose. I talk about what you were put on earth to do. I help you locate it, understand it, and move in it, and then live your best life. Because guess what? Best life does not mean no work. Best life does not mean no problems. Best life does not mean that you won't have some ups, some downs, some ins, some outs, some haters, some skaters, some dismissals and all of that other stuff. But you're going to have a lot of joy. You're going to have a lot of happiness. You're going to have a lot of peace, and you're going to feel better about you because you know that somebody is getting the solution that they are supposed to get, and it's the right solution. They don't have to go and erase it and try to figure it out because you gave them the wrong answer. So I'm Coach Linda. I'm going to keep doing what I do. You can listen or not listen, but I'm going to be here yelling to the wind on the Happy St. Patrick's Day, right? I'm going to be yelling to the wind on the day after St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to be yelling to the wind because I know that there are people out there that need to hear it. And so I'm not going to stop. I don't want you to stop. If you don't know what it is you're supposed to do, if you don't know why you were put on earth, if you don't know why you were created, if you don't know why you like the things you like and love the things you love and hate the things you hate, if you don't know who you are and all you can do is identify yourself by labels that you have put on yourself and labels that others have put on yourself, and you always look at your in the mirror and say, who am I? If that's you, if you have those questions, if you want to know why you're still here, why you're still alive, why why life is still pushing you along, well, I'm here to tell you. It's because you have something to do. And life is trying to help you line up with your purpose. Life is trying to help you understand that you were not just put here to be someone's mom, although being somebody's mom is the best thing ever, right? It's the best thing ever. Being somebody's dad is the best thing ever. Being somebody's wife is the best thing ever. Being somebody's husband is the best thing ever. Being a loving child to a parent that's sick is the best thing ever. Going out and getting a good job that you feel good about is the best thing ever. But that is not you. That does not define you. That you do those things because you are you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because I'm really trying to get you not to give up. I want you to be so pumped. I want you to be like, man, I can't go to sleep. I need to journal. I need to figure this out. I need to pray. I need to fast. I need to whatever you do. Because I'm talking about me now. Because when I know that God wants me to do something, I start praying, I start fasting, I start reading my word, I start doing all of this stuff so I can get connected to the source of the life that I have, so I can understand why I'm living, right? And now that I know that I'm not just the pastor, I'm not just the author, I'm not just the daughter, I'm not just the sister, I'm not just the aunt, I'm not just the cousin, I'm not just the elder in the church, I'm not just the, oh man, what else am I? The coach, I'm not just the friend. Well, now that I know all of that, I'm not the bad seed. I'm not the bad girl. I'm not the hateful girl. I'm not the disrespectful girl. I'm none of that stuff. That's not who I am. Once I realized that all of that stuff is a camouflage to keep me from understanding who I truly am, I stopped. I said, hey, who is Linda? Because I can't give up on Linda. Because when I realized who Linda truly was and what Linda was truly supposed to do, and I started doing that, even my bad days are good days. Today was a bad day. Today was a today was a day. You see what time I'm doing, Mother. You see what time it is, and I'm just now getting to 100 days of purpose. That should tell you what kind of day this chick done had. But listen, did I say, oh, well, I missed another day, I'll just do it tomorrow? I said, no. Oops, it's 10:58. Let me go set up and do my 10. Let me go do my 100 days of purpose, because I'm not going to let the distractions in my life, I'm not going to let the thoughts in my head, I'm not going to let the emotions that are flowing through me right now, and I'm trying to fight back the tears. I am not going to allow that to stop me from moving and doing what it is that I was put on earth to do. And you might say, you're put on earth to talk to your phone about purpose? No, I'm put on earth to make sure you know your purpose. And so here I is. Here I is. Listen, don't give up. Don't give up on you, and don't give up on the people that you're assigned to help. Don't give up on the people assigned to you, because they need you. You know, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for them. Because as quiet as it's kept, and this is my last thing, and then I'm going. As quiet as it's kept, everything I do is to serve. Everything I do. Everything I do. And sometimes I'm like, who's going to serve me? Who's going to come by and when I'm down and I need someone, I need that shoulder to cry on. Who's there for me? I'm there for everybody else. Who's there for me? And then I remember, this is what I was made for. So there's always going to be somebody. If I'm honest, there's always going to be somebody that in that real moment that Linda really needs that somebody to listen. They'll pop up. But I got to be found doing what it is that I need to do. Tonight, I may feel like crying. Tomorrow, I'll feel like laughing. The next day, I may feel like doing no laughing or crying. But every night that I lay my head down, I will know that someone in this world is better because I said what I needed to say. I did what I needed to do, and I helped somebody see their true identity, their true self. I helped them understand that there's more to them than meets the eye. And that's true. I love that. I used to love the theme song to Transformers. You know, they like Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise. I used to love that. I used to love it. I didn't know why. And I didn't even know anything about this is what I was going to grow up to be, right? I didn't know I was going to be talking about, not Transformers, but I know I was going to be talking about transformation and people becoming who they are created and designed to be. I didn't know that, but I love that song. And that just shows you that my purpose was finding me many years before I even decided this is what I'm going to do. When everybody else was telling me you are a bad seed, when everybody else was saying, look, I don't even know if I like you, when everybody was looking at me side-eyed, and every once in a while I would find someone that said, you know what, you're okay, but you're a little rough around the edges, right? Even in those moments, purpose was trying to break through. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. Do not quit. If you haven't started, begin today. This moment. Get a journal. Go get a piece of paper if you don't have a journal. Start writing and start letting your inner being speak to you. That part of you that's connected to your purpose. Let it speak to you. Let it define you. Let it show you who you truly are. And if you need help, that's why I'm here. Because like I said all the time, the stuff I'm giving out for free, it's just the tip of the iceberg. But baby, this iceberg is 5'4". Okay? It's more than this little bit on the top. This little head part, I got depth. I go deep in this stuff. And I want to take you deep so you can get to know yourself. Before you leave this earth, before you take your last breath, truly know who you are and know that you did everything you were supposed to do in the time you were given. Get help. If you need it, get help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, but don't you give up. Ask for help or not, but don't you dare give up. Don't you dare throw in the towel. Don't you dare stop. And never, ever, 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 ever quit. The road will get hard. Your eyes will get watery where you can barely see the road. But don't you quit. Don't you quit. Someone just said, well, Linda, man, why would I do purpose if it's going to be like that? Life's not supposed to be easy. The book of Job, I think it's the 14th chapter, says life is short and full of trouble. So why do you think it's supposed to be easy? Who said it was supposed to be easy? Who said you weren't supposed to go through stuff? Who said it? No one. Life is short and full of trouble. But if you know your purpose, all of that mess, all of that confusion, all of that hurt, all of the stuff you've been through, you're like, man, all the stuff I've been through, I wouldn't change a thing because I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Passionate about living my life and learning the lessons that I need to learn and understanding that I wasn't a bad person. That's why all of that stuff happened to me. It happened to me so I can be empathetic. Didn't say sympathetic, didn't say pathetic, but empathetic to anyone that's going through hard times. Life is short and full of trouble. But living a life of purpose matters. It matters. It absolutely matters. And it makes your life all the more worth living. So you be you, and I'll be me, and we'll shine together. Only those that can see the impossible can achieve. Only those that can see the invisible. I want you to see the impossible too. That's probably why I keep saying it, because I think my subconscious is trying to get a message out, and it's gonna hit me one day, and I'm gonna say the true message. But it keeps flubbing up my little stuff because it's trying to break through some stuff there. But only those that can see the invisible can achieve the impossible. Dare to be you. Dare to be you. And the world will absolutely adjust. You don't have to carve out anything for yourself. All you got to do is stand in your space. You be blessed, be encouraged.